Hi everybody, welcome. It's Kim Beegler, owner of Ewethful Fiber Farm and Mill, and I am here in the mill today. I've got Wish on my lap, so if you see me, here she is. Say hi, Wish. Probably mess up my microphone. Okay, so I think the microphone's good. Hi guys, thanks for coming. This is gonna be a shorter one, but I do have some mill videos for you at the end, so stay tuned because I've been milling away. And it's really chilly here, very chilly. I know it's chilly for most people in lots of places. This morning when I woke up, it was around 23, and the real feel, like with the wind, oh my gosh, the wind, it was like 11. So that was fun. I did farm chores with pajama pants over leggings and mittens and wool, like so much wool. And you really do warm up when you're doing farm chores because of the physical aspect of it. Today I was warm, but I didn't take any layers off, so that says something. Anyway, a lot of it is just going around making sure everybody has what they need, that the animals can get access to water because it freezes up. So breaking through, making sure it's going to stay that way for the day. It is supposed to be, I think, 38. It's just that wind, man. That wind just gets you. The animals were good. Cuttlebug, we managed to figure out. The goat, we managed to figure out how to get our old mini horse's coat to stay on him. Sad that he is the same size as our old mini horse. Obviously the chest part was a little big for him, so we had to maneuver. But he, I think, is thrilled because he definitely was not acclimating well to this cold. The other animals seem to be doing well. The chickens were certainly out and running around and doing their normal thing. The alpaca haven't been shorn, so they were laying in the sun this morning with just like wind beating on them. They did not care. And the sheep were doing good. They were pretty tucked into their shelter. They have enough wool that they are managing just fine. They're not shaking or anything like that. One of the sheep, I think she got a little bit comfortable in her cold spot. When I went to feed them, she didn't get up, which isn't normal for her. So she did get up as I approached her. And then as she started eating, she seemed perfectly normal. But I was like, let's keep an eye on everybody, keep them eating. Most of these animals stay warm by eating. I mean, that's kind of, they're moving around, they're up and they're eating. So I think the Shetlands especially tend to tuck in as when the wind is hitting really hard and they do not have their full winter coats on. So just a matter of making sure that we keep them eating, keep them moving. But everybody was good when I left this morning, so that is wonderful. And you'll see a lot of the animals out that are on pasture. They move around, and it's part of the reason that a lot of times they'll shear ewes if they're going to lamb in the winter. That way they keep moving and their babies will keep moving. So if they're having babies and it's cold out, the best way to keep everybody safe is for the ewes to not have a winter coat on so that they will keep moving to stay warm. And in turn, their babies will stay with them and stay warm. So there you go. There's your cold weather sheep fact for the week. Okay, so my course is coming available soon, you guys. I hope if you are considering hand spinning that you will think about diving in. This time I mentioned it does have a live portion to it for everybody who gets the class, so it's going to be really fun. I'm so excited to get to meet some of you in Zoom. Okay, I had to pop out for a minute because I just got hot water back on at the mill today. We have on-demand hot water heaters too outside of the building. And unfortunately, when it randomly gets this cold, it's very hard to keep that from freezing. We even have been draining the water out of it, but still, I mean, there's some water in there and it just manages. So, especially when it's so cold. So anyway, I just got it running again, just got some wool in the washer and was trying to make sure everything was good. You wouldn't have noticed if I was gone. I realize that, but okay, we're back. Okay, so you guys know my course is getting ready to launch again next week. So exciting. Tuesday, it will be available. If you have been thinking about learning to hand spin, here's your chance. There's some new hand spinners out there in the world now from my first launch, and I'm so excited to have more people join on and learn to hand spin. So because of that, I am doing a couple free webinars again, and I wanted to come on to remind you guys to get signed up for them if you are interested in coming on. Here comes a train. I think last time we didn't have a train. It's very quick. It's just the Amtrak that shoots by really quickly. Okay, so the webinar. You can get signed up now. You do need to be registered in advance to you get like a special link to be able to get into it. So you can go to the Wool School section. There's free webinar sign up, and you can go to the page. It talks all about the webinar and it lets you sign up there, and you'll get emailed a link once you sign up. So this one, I'm doing a simple guide to the joy of learning to hand spin your own yarn. Super joy focused, because that is ultimately what hand spinning, I think, gives it. I know it gives it to me, and I think it gives it to almost every hand spinner I know. If you've met a hand spinner, you know we're pretty passionate about it. We love hand spinning, we love our yarn. So if you love yarn, if you've just like stared at hand spun before, or watched people hand spinning, or watched my YouTube videos and been mesmerized, it's really not that difficult. It just takes practice, and I want to help get you there without any fear of it, because it can be done. So, a couple of things I'm just going to talk about in it, just so you know. The 5 unexpected benefits that come with hand spinning, things that I didn't realize I was going to get out of it, but are just an added bonus. Community, such a good community. Not only if you join the course, the community that we'll have in there, but also the people you will meet along the way in your life that are hand spinners. I can't even tell you how amazing that has been in my life, to have such a wonderful, so many new friends, so many new acquaintances, just so many people to be inspired from. So community is huge. You guys, the simplicity of how yarn is made. I know it seems like it's complicated. I know that a spinning wheel looks terrifying and looks like you might break it, but they have been around, for some of them, for a very, very long time, most of them for a very long time. It's very hard to break a spinning wheel, so you won't break it. Making yarn is very easy. The idea of how yarn is made is very simple, and once you get to understand your wheel, you won't be so nervous about it, if you're nervous at all. 3 strategies for hand spinning success. So I came up with these just through the course of teaching and reading and different things, just things to make it a little bit more simple, and so you'll actually succeed and have yarn. And then we'll meet a spinning wheel. Like I said, I have heard that people are nervous about actually like breaking their wheel, and you're probably not going to break your wheel. And if something happens to your wheel, it can most likely be fixed. So don't worry about that. We're going to do just a little quick introduction so that you feel comfortable. But the course dives into everything. But the webinar is live. You do not have to be live on screen. In fact, nobody will be live on screen but me, but you can chat away with me, ask questions, talk to each other, all that sort of stuff in a little chat box on the side. So it's fun, it's free. Come and support me and say hi, right? So head to the website. I'll put a link down in the show notes too, so you can get to it easily. And I should mention, I have worn these before, but I will put links to the patterns. I am wearing, this is Locatelli, I can't remember, the 3 something, I can't remember. And this is Kate Davies sweater. This is in Handspun, Shetland. I'll put both the pattern names. I'm gonna say this is the Keith Moon. I can't remember the cowl. And the cowl I knit in our Prineville, and I'm not pulling it apart but there is a 3rd color in there, because my microphone's attached to it. So, and sorry you guys, I had to keep the heater on. It's just inevitable. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go watch a couple mill videos, and then I'll be back to say goodbye, because I'm gonna try to keep it short for you guys. Okay, see you in just a minute. Okay, are you guys ready for this color? I might run away with it, because this is basically the color of my dreams. Kind of an aqua, it turns out to be a very aqua color, and it's 100% Roving. I just dyed it all different colors of greens and blues, basically, light greens, and this is what we're getting. And I spun a little bit, and oh my gosh, I didn't lay this out very well. Not the most even, so I'm trying to just even it out a little bit here. And then I will take you to the other side, and we'll see how lovely this is coming out. Run running through, running through. All right, here it is. It's a little bit lighter than it's showing up in the video, but when it cards out, it is saturated when it spins out, it's so saturated and beautiful. So there's a little bit of this. I'm saving some of it for my beginning spinners in the next course round, but I'm putting a little bit of it in the online shop. So if you love it, you might have to wrestle me for it. See you in a minute. Hey everyone, so it's been a while since I have done this blend, but this is my signature Romney alpaca and silk, Romney wool alpaca and silk. And I wanted to show you because somebody asked, and I always am meaning to answer the questions and then I forget, why I condition the fiber or what I'm doing. So you can see at the back, that fiber up against the back of the wall, and that is because there's some static. And it is really dry right now. It's been cold and dry, so not ideal milling weather. So basically what I will do is I will put the fiber into baskets, and sometimes you may see I have them baskets. So after I pick, I put them, I kind of separate a pound or so into each basket, and then I will add a conditioner. I have a spray bottle that mists it out, and I blend it in with the fibers, and usually I like to let it sit overnight because the idea, same as with our hair, the conditioner is made for animal fibers, and it sucks in that conditioner. The main reason I use it is to cut down on what you're seeing back there, that static. If it goes into the carder with static, it's just not going to card well. There's my buzzer for my washer. If I was spinning this to yarn, we'd have even more problems because it's going to get more staticky along the way. So I'll condition this really well, and it does two things. It helps cut down on static, and then it just helps give a little bit of life back, a little bit of moisture back into that fiber, because we've sucked all the lanolin out basically in washing to be able to process it well. So I wanted to just talk to you about why I condition. Sometimes of the year I could get away without conditioning if it's really humid, if it's really wet and damp. And sometimes if it's really damp in here, then I just won't condition because it would cause problems the other way. But that is how and why I do it. Okay, see you in a minute. Video time again. So I have not made this in a while, but this is our signature blend, Romney Alpaca Silk. And you can see this is some Romney here. There is some white Romney in here too. The alpaca I used is white, and the silk I used is kind of a, you can kind of see it here, a little bit of like a camel-y color. So let's go, and this is the darker batch that I'm working out here. And there it is, getting ready to fall on me. And if you haven't spun this, it is a dream to spin. Like a dream. Maybe not the easiest for a beginner, but it's not horrible. It's just got the alpaca and the silk are going to make it slide a bit more than some of the things I recommend for beginners, but it will be a beautiful spin. Anyway, we are about to have some snow come in. Anyway, this is the lighter batch of the Halsey. So this is Romney alpaca silk again. This is just a lighter, it was a very light gray. It was actually an award-winning fleece from Silver Creek Landscapes outside of Salem. And then I tossed in a little bit of a darker fleece. That darker batch that I did is mostly that darker fleece with just a little bit of this light fleece in it. So anyway, I just kind of mixed them up a little bit so they're different shades. The other one I'd say is a medium gray, and this is a light gray. So you'll see how it says every time I make this, I am stunned by how beautiful it is. So here it is going in, and let's go around and see. It just is such a beautiful blend of fibers. It is next to skin soft. I think for most people, as long as you spin it without over twisting it, it will be next to skin soft. And you can see how beautiful it is. Let me focus in a little bit here. Here's some of it off already. It's a very light silver. And that alpaca and that silk, the silk adds a little extra shine. The alpaca adds a little extra soft. And it's just beautiful. See you in a minute. Okay, so we're at the draw frame. And you can see I've got two things going here. So I have, this is what just came off the carder, the Romney alpaca silk. And it is getting run through with this fiber because there are 3 different types of fibers in there. I like to run it through the draw frame just so it blends it a little bit more, makes it a little more consistent. If I were making yarn, I would definitely do it. But for hand spinning this fiber, I like to do it as an extra perk for my hand spinners, right? Just super beautiful roving. Over here, I just have a single. It's 100% Romney. It's so beautiful. There is some of this available in this regular size that I have here, but what I am doing here, so you can see I just have one going, and as it comes through the draw frame, it's being drafted out, so it gets about half as thin basically when it comes out the other end. And you can see really well here with this fiber how much thinner it is. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to run this actually twice. So I'm going to run it through, get this really thin fiber here. Then I'm going to take this thin roving and I'm going to run it back through again. And what I'm trying to get is a pencil roving, so a very thin roving that beginning hand spinners can, I'm going to turn this on while I'm talking, that beginning hand spinners can use to practice with. So they can make a yarn, the twist can get added to the fiber, and I'll let you see, nice and thin. The twist can get added to the fiber going in, and they don't have to do any drafting. So it's just it's kind of a 3-step process I take beginners through as far as going to yarn. So this is going to be so thin that it can just, twist can just get added and the fiber can get pulled onto the wheel, and then we add the drafting where they're doing basically what this machine is doing themselves with a heavier roving. So anyway, there it is. This fiber, this Halsey, is going to be all restocked on the website. Hopefully it'll last for a little bit, and I haven't done it in a while, so if you haven't spun it, I would grab some of it, and I'll let you guys see the inside of the machine as it's working here. You can see there's just, it's just kind of brushing it through. So there you go. See you guys in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So before I forget, tomorrow is mill day here at the shop. So if you happen to be watching this Friday evening or Saturday morning, I will be at the mill from 10 to 3. The shop will be open. There will be snacks. There will be people. I mean, there will at least be me, but usually there's a few more people sitting and making or shopping. So come on by 10 to 3 tomorrow on Saturday, February 25th. I did want to show you really quick that Halsey, because I haven't made it in a while, and I actually was completely out of all Halsey. So I just wanted to show you, and I'm going to make sure my microphone is not getting too wonky, in real life, what those colors look like. What? Every time I make this fiber, I am like, oh my gosh, I just love it. And here's our other one. So this is I call it the medium gray. Here's the light gray. They are stunning fleeces that they came from. At least one of them, maybe both of them were ribbon winning in some fairs. So absolutely stunning. They are from Silver Creek Landscapes. Sorry, Maria. Not that she has time to watch this, but Maria Rooney, she's got some absolutely stunning Romneys. So anyway, that is that. If you are interested in that, I would not necessarily recommend it. I think I say it in the videos for beginners, but if you are not an absolute beginner, it's a luxury spin that is still very approachable. So There you go. Okay, I'm going to get my hair cut in a little bit. I know, important things. And I'm trying to get everything done for mill day tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was quick, but I wanted to pop on, say hi, remind you if you want to come, if you're even like an inkling of interest in more about learning about wool, fiber, hand spinning, get yourself signed up for the webinar. It's gonna be really fun, and there's lots of people already signed up, so join the fun. And it's free. Did I mention it's free? And it's live, so you can ask me questions in live time. And there's a couple days and times that you can choose from. So besides that, I am gonna go. I have a cat that keeps crawling into my lap. Mill day is tomorrow. It's her favorite day, so I'll let her know. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Everybody, wherever you are, stay warm and stay safe. Make lots of pretty things. That keeps us warm and also gives us lots of things to wear when this weather does hit. And be kind to your neighbor, of course. I will see you guys very soon, and hopefully maybe next week in one of the webinars. Take care, everyone.